Hi, I'm Joe Lagilia, and on this episode of Not Your Average Joe, we're talking with Ramon Joson of Blue Jeans for the Homeless. Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Not Your Average Joe. My name is Joe Lagilia, and today I'm joined with Ramon Joson of Blue Jeans for the Homeless. Ramon, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me again, Joe.
I should say welcome again to the show. I was just commenting, you are the first ever return guest of Not Your Average Joe. Big round of applause to you, my friend.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Well, we are so excited. Your first interview was such an inspiration to so many, and you have continued to be an inspiration to so many. And so just to kick off the interview, in case anyone missed the first interview,
Sure.
please tell everybody who you are and what you represent with Blue Jeans for the Homeless.
Well, I'm Ramon Joson, and we started Blue Jeans for the Homeless in 2015. And as I'll repeat again, I got lost and on Michigan Avenue, and I went down the Walker Drive. I saw these homeless people on the sidewalk with only cardboards on their back. And I know I've seen them before, but it bothers me when I come home. So I started giving them food. Through the years, they asked for blue jeans. So maybe I need more blue jeans. So to start, my family helped me actually, and now the churches, the city hall and the mayor happen to hear about the ministry, and they contribute, and they give blue jeans. Blue jeans now actually, but we serve blue jeans not only for the homeless under the viaduct bridges and tents of Chicago, but we serve it, if you can call it, all over the world. We are sending blue jeans to the third world country because Americans are so generous, and Ukraine, we send about 20 boxes of jacket, jeans, and blankets. Yeah.
I love how your ministry immediately, with what's happening in the world, figured out a way to be contributing both here and across the globe. I think it's so beautiful, and from the last time that we connected last summer, there's a lot that's been happening with the organization. Did I hear correctly that you guys got an official status as a 501? Tell me more
That's
about
right.
that.
We are 501c3 now. The reason for that is when I started this is by myself, and our goal is continuity. Even I'm not here anymore, this ministry will go on. I have several volunteers, and my family are with me. There to my daughter Cheryl and Allison. They are directors of the organization. So they promise me they will continue this. They're the one who helped me to continue this. They are still so little. When I bring them to the shelter, they just like it. So they like it. So they say, okay, don't worry about that. We'll do something about that. Yeah.
And how old were they when you started bringing them to the shelter?
Oh, Allison is only about 3 years old.
Wow.
And we stayed because our shift there is from 10 to 1 or 10 to 2 at PADS. PADS is Public Action to Deliver Shelter. And when everybody they want to talk to my to my daughter, because she was the only kid over there. They love it. Then they were eating their dinner. After the dinner, and we'll just kind of wait there, and my daughter Alison just kind of playing around on that hallway there, tumbling around. But that's what they learn,
Right. Well, and I think the message is you're never too young to be able to give back. You're never too young, and you've proven that with those kids.
That's true.
Now tell me, since we met, has the needs of the organization changed? Has there been more needs that have been desired for your ministry to continue on and to continue to grow and continue to help so many? Tell me more since we met. What are some of the needs that you may have right now?
Well, since we met, I think a month after that, there was a tornado in Woodridge. And,
Correct.
And so we are kind of Red Cross, but the thing with this is I'm set up to deliver food today or this hour, because I get in my storage little boxes. I can bring blankets or wipes or food, and that's what we do at Woodridge. We bring those little boxes to the victims. And the thing with this is to help people is not only actually one time. We have to continue that thing until they were able to be at their own. That's what we did at the in Woodridge about the tornado, and the mayor even called me. The same thing with the homeless. Helping is not one thing to do. We have to continue helping them until they stand up, they find their job, they can take care of themselves. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, we're speaking of the trips that you make down to the city.
Yeah.
How has the volunteer contribution been? Have you been receiving the help that you need through volunteers? Has it been consistent with the volunteers, or what does the volunteer situation look like? And maybe explain to our audience how they could help.
Yeah. The thing with this is to help us is one is volunteering. It's not only that, the prayers and things like that. That's really helped too. Whenever I go there, sometimes I have volunteers with me, and but sometimes during the holidays, it's me by myself. Sometimes I want to go there when it's Christmas time or it's a New Year, because that's the thing that they remember their family, their family, what they do. They even tell these stories. When my dad, my mom is with me, things like that. I want to do the thing. I still have time with my family, but that's so important. Right now, actually, what I'm using is I got a SUV. It's a little bit big in my car because my van is 12 years old. So it just go, stop on me. So I sold that van, and then that's the most things that we can really have, because the more we have in that van, the more we can help people. Yeah, like the van that I have before when we get together, I can put 100 big bag of food in the jeans over there. The one I'm using maybe only about 50. That's why sometimes I have to go there twice a month. Yeah.
So we hear the call to action, looking for the van to be replaced because of the van that you were using.
Yeah.
Obviously went another direction. But speaking of having those supplies to bring and deliver, what are some of the stuff for someone who's watching this for the first time? What are some of the stuff that this community can donate to you besides blue jeans?
There's a lot of things actually they can donate. It's on the website. Like the thing that they can donate every time is blue jeans in food, because they don't have food over there. Oh my Lord! And the food that we give them maybe lasts only for a couple of days, things like that, and non-perishable food. And the library here in Lemont, in Bolingbroke, or here in Plainfield and in Bolingbroke, they had every year they got 1 month event just to help those the homeless people there. So food is the most important. And then when it's in the website, when it's winter time, we need jackets, we need blankets, because it's cold out there. And the thing with this is, we are not there to just to give them something, or to tell their stories. We are there to help them to stand up by themselves, so they can support themselves, and they can be a good citizen of the country, and maybe they come back and be volunteers, help us. That's the kind of things that we need. Yeah,
absolutely. Now, Ramon, you were sharing with me before we went live here about the last episode we did on Not Your Average Joe. Went a little viral on you and started being played across the Chicagoland. Tell that story if you can.
Yeah, it's funny actually. So we have 12 volunteers in our ministry. There's 2 nuns. There's a lawyer. These are all around people, from over here in Plainfield to other places. And those two nuns, they're sisters, They they told me that, you know what, I sent you video to the seminary, to the convent. I said, you really? So they were playing all those things. They liked the way you interviewed them. So I said about me. You get a little bit.
That's good.
Yeah, that's it's with the people who are around us, and sometimes they ask for prayers because there's a lot of problem in this world. Relationship. That is like the COVID. It's so hard, and they ask for prayers because we got two nuns over there. We got two sisters there, and then so I'll send it to my volunteers, and then we'll pray. We'll pray in the church and anywhere. And some of those people, I got three individuals who told me, you know what, my relationship got better. And those kind of things that or it's Jesus said it's not him, but it's your faith. But you believe in him, that's your faith, and it will help you.
Amen.
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to have a new video to send to the sisters and to send out to the seminary. We have a new one for them,
that's
and
lovely.
we appreciate your prayers. Thank you so much. Ramon, when I think about what you just shared, when you talk about the needs, I feel like we're entering another part of our world here with, the cost of goods are going up, and the economy is, a lot of uncertainty, and world events like what's happening in Ukraine that you've already started to support. Now more than ever, Blue Jeans for the Homeless is something that is, as you said, within the day, within the hour, can serve the needs in this community.
That's right.
Just speak, if you can, to someone who's watching right now that really wants to get involved with your organization, whether it's through contribution or volunteerism. How can someone get a hold of you? How can they connect?
Yeah, they can call me at the area code 630-673-3799 or our website, bluejeansforthehomeless.org. We need money. Money is always needed because money we can buy right away what they need. Yeah. We need a food contribution too, or Blue Jeans contribution, but the most now we need money. And all the contribution that we receive is tax deductible because we are now 501c3. And through the years, see, the last time we were here together, we don't know, we have the pandemic, but it's not the Ukraine was not there yet. And looks like a lot of things are happening. Yeah. The more that we share, the more that's good for us. Actually, I can experience it. I'm retired, and but since I cannot stay home, so I have to get back and get these things. But I love these things, so this is like a retirement to me. And form a little group. About 2 or 3 people, and collect some food or jeans or money and buy food and help to the people, because there's a lot of homeless people around us. In Juliet, there's hundreds over there. In Plainfield, there's some here. It's all over. It's not only in Chicago. Form a group, help them. If you can help them, because actually, what's $10 for us that we are working? But that's a big money for them. With $10, maybe they can eat for 3 days. Yeah. Well, it's not the food that we eat, the same thing. But sometimes I have to buy the least expensive food because that's what I can afford.
Well, beautiful. And Ramon, I want to say there's a congratulations to be said to you because I understand that you were voted as one of the finalists of the best of Bolingbrook businesses.
Yes.
Just to tell us a little bit about that.
Well, actually, Bolingbrook, they're so good to a charity. Actually, if you go to the Chamber of Commerce in Bolingbrook, we have a big box over there for blue jeans, and the mayor help us. It's so through the years, I guess they see that we are helping people really, not only the homeless and in Chicago, but it's all over. They can see that. I sometimes I'm even shy to tell people, but sometimes I have to tell people so we can have a contribution here. At least we can. Yeah, they voted me as a finalist on the best business of Bolingbrook. That was about couple of weeks ago, and it's very humbling to. Hey, this is not because of me. This is because of the people who help me. The volunteers, and little people. That's you can see around. That sometimes, because my house is a drop site, 24/7 drop site. Sometimes when I open the door in the morning, I can see a little bag with only two cans of a pineapple juice, because that's all they can afford. I even have a donation one box of crackers, and I am very thankful about that. Yeah. Well, I got boxes too. Or like one time I got about 12 boxes in front of my door, and I couldn't get out anymore. Those are the jeans, but those jeans are gone.
Yeah.
Because they like the homeless now in Chicago. The Lakeshore Drive, at the middle of that, it's a salon. It's like a grass thing, and we saw people there. They have tents there. We go there. Yeah. If they're not there, we leave the food, the clothing that they have, and before we have just a little bag that from the grocery bag. Now, through your help, guys, I got the big bag like that, TJ Maxx bag, and I just put things that I get. So I was thinking sometime, these people might have more clothing than us.
Right.
They got it every month. See, there's one. I was under the Lawrence Bridge. There's a new woman over there. Her name is Diane, and I said, "Why are you here?" Well, something happened to the family, so she was there by herself. I said, "It's winter. You're by yourself here. It's hard to be, I said, "Contact this person that's somewhere over there." The next time I came back, somebody made her a little house, like a wood thing instead of little house. And then when I gave him the big bag, he looked at it, and she looked at it, and she found a nice dress coat. She wore that dress coat, and I said, "You are beautiful." Yeah, that's the kind of things. And in the tent city, people are finding jobs too. Actually, right now, there's a lot of people there who needs job. But with the homeless there, sometimes they cannot just work. We need a little training for them. And there's some agencies that do that. We cannot do that because our income are limited. And we have to support them. Their needs, because if you go to a job, you're dirty, and it's hard to maintain that job. And just like about a couple of months ago, in the PADS is a public action to deliver shelter. Their base is in Downers Grove, and they emailed me. I need a jeans which is 48 size. 48, that's big. I don't have a lot of those things, so. I said, I look, okay. Then we couldn't find one. So I sent it to the volunteers. The volunteers bought something, bring it there. So he was able to work that Monday. It's the kind of things, When they want to work, we have to help them, because that's the one thing that they can stand up again. Yeah, it's something that it fill up our life. It's so wonderful to help other people. Last week, I interviewed several kids. The church invited me. They're looking for a volunteer job. So they asked me that's a good thing. So I asked them, and then they found out that we have this Blue Jeans program. They said, "Why do you like, serving people?" I said, "Hey, I like people when you smile at me." That's the kind of things. So yeah.
Ramon, I hear these stories and they're so inspirational because I think that the message that I want our audience to hear from this and from the stories of Diane and from the stories that you shared, you see these people as the way God intended, as children of God. And they all have that light inside of them, and that's how you see them, and that's how we all need to see each and every single person we encounter, no matter where they are on their walk.
That's true.
And I applaud you for that.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was in the church, one of the church somewhere here in the suburb invited me to talk, and after I talked, the pastor said, that's where you see the faces of Jesus Christ under those bridges that tends the viaduct. That Jesus Christ face is there, and then after that they passed the basket, I guess. I said, thank you so much. We can help the homeless. That's beautiful.
Amen. Ramon, I thank you for being on the show again.
Thank you.
And I want to afford you the opportunity, as we do every guest, although you are the first repeat guest. You are a real community hero to so many.
Thank you.
Not just here in Plainfield, but across the entire world. Who is your hero, Ramon?
My hero is Saint Francis of Assisi. Saint Francis of Assisi, he grew up in an affluent family. And one day, he just wanted to help people. And the family said, no, you don't have to help them. And the St. Francis left their house and formed a group, this little group, about 3 of them, And then they just help people, And then after that, it's growing. If you see that, there's a lot of universities, St. Francis University or things like that.
It's where my wife graduated from
nursing
school.
That's true.
Yes.
And it's all over because this guy, his heart is to the people. He doesn't really care what's happening there, but helping actually is not hard. It's not hard because helping is a beautiful thing to do. A lot of people are scared to go to Chicago. I don't know what's happening. I know there's a lot of carjackings there, but we are under the bridges in viaduct in Chicago. There's no activities over there. Yeah, those homeless there are so peaceful. And even when we park somewhere in Chicago, thank God, no one bothers us. I can park anywhere in Chicago without the police, asking me something because they know that we are giving these people. And my next hero is Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa is, she risks her life to help other people, and actually this is the life of Mother Teresa that even before her death she got a little misunderstanding with God. Why there were so people that are suffering. Even me, I kind of think about that too. In the morning, before I sleep at night, during the cold night, I'm thinking about them. Why are so many people that suffering while I'm here? It's a warm house, things like that. There's one homeless guy who asked me, is God fair? I said, he is fair, He gave us all these things. And he told me, why, if he is fair, why are you, you have a house, you have money, you have a truck that give us something. And why am I here? It's cold here. Why? I said, it's a choice of life sometimes because God told us, I'll give you a free will. You can do what you want. Do the right thing. You'll get what you want. But that reason really, that's a very shallow reason. That thing is to us, why are there's a lot of suffering, especially in Ukraine? Oh my Lord, I see these people every night in the news, and it's sometimes it's sad, but it's beautiful because we can help.
Yeah.
We can help.
Amen.
Yeah.
I think about when you share that story about suffering, I think about so many people who have asked that question in their life, and I call on the one who suffered the most for us to be able to be present in their lives.
That's right.
Ramon, you are a real community hero.
Thank you.
We thank you. You are a blessing to us for being here, and we hope that so much of our audience decides to figure out a way to get involved with Blue Jeans for the Homeless. Thank you, my friend.
Help everyone. Helping is a vacation. Thank you so much.
Amen. And thank you to our audience for tuning in to another episode of Not Your Average Joe, powered by Mortgage Message. We'll see you next week, everyone.
Take
Take
care.
care.